I'm real emotional this weekend because it's just been really great. We're just really excited about the people that have jumped on board and have supported us from the beginning when it was just an idea. And to be coming to our second year to us is just something I never even thought would happen. And to know that, you know, from here on we're going to start our third year and our fourth year. I have all of you to thank for you that have come out on a weekend such as this. I have my judges from this year and last year who have come out, and I have Jamie. I mean, there's so many people to thank, so many people, and we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But what I want to do is I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce to you our judges. We have Ken Carpenter, Vincent Delacruz, Brandon Harris, and Daniel Farrands. Christopher Coppola was also one of our judges, and then unfortunately had to fly out this morning for a meeting, so he will not be here. I thought about wanting to sit down and actually write questions to ask you, but I didn't. I actually thought it'd be more fun if I just let you guys sit and talk about the things, because we have the filmmakers here in the audience. We've had filmmakers here all the weekends, and you guys have talks to them. One of the things that's important to me is I want the filmmakers to hear from the judges the things that they look for when they watch the movies. Now, one of the things that we do in this film festival is that we try to make our judges very diverse when we sit out. So that's why we always have a student filmmaker. We try to have a couple of celebrities because we want the filmmakers to feel like the people that they look up to are looking at their work and making, you know, and providing good feedback. Ken Carpenter is a celebrity, but he's also a native to Big Bear, so we have him on board for that. And then this year we also we tried something new. One of my staff last year, Karen, had an idea about having just an ultimate horror fan, and what that came about is that we don't just make movies for other filmmakers and make them for an audience. And we thought the best way to show diversity within our judges is to have just a fan come on board and judge the movies. So this year our fan is Vincent.
Final aspect I would have to consider is would I be able to recommend this movie to other people? And there was maybe one or two movies that I thought could have got a perfect score, but since I would have difficulty recommending it to another person, that's where I would say that it maybe got 29 out of 30 rather than perfect score. But as for a horror aspect, it's kind of like telling a joke. It requires, to scare someone, I would think, it kind of takes originality, delivery, and timing.
Actually, Brandon and I were on a radio show last week, and we were talking about stuff. I thought Brandon gave a great answer because the way we were looking at the movies was pretty interesting. And I'll let Brandon say a few words about that.
Well, basically, I really looked into the artistic merit of each film. I mean, they all have their own things to put forth. But for horror stuff, my favorite part would be the psychological aspect of it, which I think people are the scariest things of all. You know, zombies are fucking crazy, but people are fucking nuts. But like the psychological stuff like really gets to me because there's a little bit of like a twisted part in everybody, I think, and you can almost relate to it, but at the same time you don't want to.
You're looking for story, number one. You always start with story and always start with character. And for me, if there's a character who's invested in a situation that may seem outlandish or just crazy, but at least you care for that person or you're invested in what they're going through, I think that's the beginnings of a really solid film.
Before you guys get off the stage, I do want to take one moment and thank Vincent again for our ultimate horror fan, being diverse. R Squared has donated some movies. One of them is Mental Scars, which just sounds amazing, right? And also, our friend Dan Farrands has done a wonderful film called Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, and he has signed it and given a copy to you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for all of your hard work.